Let me start with something very simple. After 60, your body is not the same body you had at 30. It still works, but it works slower. The heart does not pump as strong as before. The muscles are not as firm. Even digestion becomes a bit weak, thoughtful. And this is where small daily choices start to matter a lot more than big efforts. Now, many people think they need expensive supplements or special diets, but sometimes the answer is already sitting in your kitchen. Curious, nuts, small, simple, easy to eat, but very powerful if used the right way. You see, nuts are packed with nutrients that your body needs more as you age. Healthy fats, not the bad kind, but the kind that protects your heart. They also have protein, which helps keep your muscles from getting weaker, and they carry vitamins and minerals that support your brain, your energy, and even your mood. After 60, one big problem is low energy. You wake up tired, you feel slow during the day. This is not always because of age alone. Sometimes your body is just not getting enough fuel. Nuts give steady energy, not a quick spike, but slow and lasting energy. That is exactly what your body needs now. Another issue is the heart. This is where most risks increase with age. Blood pressure goes up, cholesterol builds quietly. You may not feel it, but inside, things are changing. Certain nuts can help support better blood flow. They can help reduce the bad cholesterol that blocks your arteries. Over time, this can lower the risk of serious problems. Then comes the brain. Many people start noticing small changes, forgetting names, misplacing things, losing focus. It can feel scary. But again, nutrition plays a role here. Nuts contain nutrients that support brain cells. They help keep the mind active and alert, not overnight, but slowly with regular use. Let's also talk about weight. After 60, weight can go both ways. Some people lose too much weight and feel weak. Others gain weight easily because the metabolism slows down. Nuts can actually help balance this. They are filling. A small amount can keep you satisfied. This prevents overeating of unhealthy snacks. Now, here is something very important. It is not just about eating nuts. It is about eating the right amount. More is not better. A small handful a day is enough. That's it. Too much can add extra calories and may upset your stomach. Also, the form matters. Natural nuts are best, not the ones covered in salt, not the ones fried in oil, not the ones with added flavors. Those can do more harm than good. Simple, plain nuts, that's where the real benefit is. And one more thing people often ignore: consistency. Eating nuts once in a while will not change much, but eating them daily in the right way, that's where you see the difference. Small habits done every day can protect your health in a big way. So when I talk about nuts, I am not talking about a snack. I am talking about a daily support system for your body. Something simple that helps your heart, your brain, your strength, and your energy all at once. And when you understand this, you stop seeing food as just something to fill your stomach, and you start seeing it as something that can protect your life. Now let's talk about the heart, because after 60, this is where we need to be the most careful. Many problems do not start with pain, they start silently. Cholesterol builds slowly, blood vessels become narrow, blood does not flow as freely as it should. You may feel fine on the outside, but inside the pressure is rising. This is why what you eat every day matters so much, and this is where certain nuts can really help you. Take almonds, for example. Simple, easy to find, but very powerful. Almonds are rich in healthy fats. These are the kind of fats your body actually needs. They help reduce bad cholesterol, the kind that sticks to your arteries and blocks blood flow. When you lower that, you give your heart a little more space to breathe. Now think about walnuts. They are slightly different, and in some ways even more special. Walnuts are rich in omega fats that support your blood vessels. They help keep them flexible, not stiff, not tight, flexible. That means blood can move smoothly, and when blood moves smoothly, your heart does not have to work so hard. And this is the key idea I want you to understand. After 60, your goal is not to push your body harder. Your goal is to make things easier for your body, easier for your heart to pump, easier for blood to flow, easier for oxygen to reach every part of your body. Even a small habit, like eating a few almonds or walnuts daily, can slowly support this process. Now, you might be thinking, how much is enough? You do not need a bowl full. You do not need to overdo it. Just a small handful. That's it. Around 5 to 10 almonds, maybe 2 to 4 walnuts. Simple, easy, no stress. And timing can help too. Some people like to eat them in the morning, some take them as a small evening snack. Both are fine. The important thing is consistency, daily use. That is what brings results. But let me give you a small warning here. The benefit comes from the right form. If you take almonds covered in salt or nuts fried in oil, you lose the benefit. In fact, you may harm your heart instead. Too much salt can raise blood pressure. Too much oil can add unhealthy fats. So keep it clean. Plain almonds, plain walnuts, maybe soaked almonds if you prefer them softer. That's a good option too, especially if digestion is sensitive. Now let's connect this to something real. Many people after 60 start taking medicines for blood pressure or cholesterol, and that is fine when needed. But food can work quietly in the background, supporting the body, helping those numbers stay stable. Nuts are not magic. They will not fix everything overnight, but they support your system day by day, bit by bit, and over time, that support adds up. Another thing people often notice, when they start eating the right nuts regularly, they feel a little lighter, not in weight, but in how they feel. Less heaviness after meals, better stamina during the day, even small walks feel easier. That is your heart working a little better. That is your blood flowing a little smoother. And this is what we want, not big sudden changes, but steady improvement, quiet support, daily care. So when you pick up a few almonds or break a walnut, don't think of it as just eating. Think of it as helping your heart do its job without struggle. Because in the end, a strong heart is not built in a hospital. It is built in your daily habits. Now let's talk about something many people feel, but don't always say out loud. Memory. After 60, small changes start to show. You walk into a room and forget why you came there. You search for a word, and it just doesn't come. You meet someone, and the name slips away. These moments can feel light at first, but over time, they start to worry you. And here's the truth. The brain, just like the heart, also changes with age. It needs more care now, more support, not pressure, not stress, but the right kind of fuel. This is where certain nuts can help, especially walnuts. If you look at a walnut, it even looks like a small brain. But what matters is what's inside. Walnuts carry nutrients that support brain cells. They help protect those cells from damage, and they support better communication between them. Think of your brain like a network of tiny signals, messages moving from one place to another. When these signals are strong and clear, you think better, you remember better, you respond faster. But when the system slows down, messages get delayed or lost. The right nutrients help keep this system running smoothly. Now, I am not saying that eating walnuts will suddenly fix memory problems. That is not how the body works. But what they can do is support your brain over time. They help slow down the decline. They help you hold on to your sharpness a little longer. And that matters. Because memory is not just about facts, it is about your daily life. Remembering where you kept your keys, remembering your medicines, remembering conversations with your loved ones. These are small things, but they shape your independence. When memory weakens, confidence also drops. People start to depend more on others, and that can feel frustrating. So the goal here is simple. Support your brain early and keep supporting it daily. Now let's keep it practical. You do not need a lot, just 2 to 4 walnuts a day. That's enough. You can eat them in the morning, or you can add them to your snack. Some people like to soak them overnight. That can make them easier to chew and digest, especially if your teeth or stomach feel sensitive. And again, keep them plain. No sugar coating, no extra salt, just simple, natural walnuts. Let me also say this. Nuts work best when they are part of a bigger habit. Good sleep, light movement, staying mentally active, talking to people, reading, thinking. All of this works together. You cannot feed the brain well and then ignore everything else. But food is a strong starting point. It is something you can control every single day. Another thing people notice, when they start taking better care of their brain is improved focus. They feel a bit more clear, less foggy. Conversations feel easier. Even small tasks don't feel as confusing as before, and this builds confidence again. That is what we want. Not just a healthy brain, but a brain that helps you live with ease, with clarity, with control over your own life. So don't wait until memory becomes a big problem. Start small, stay regular. Give your brain the support it needs every single day, because keeping your mind sharp is one of the greatest forms of independence you can protect. Now, let's talk about something many people feel, but don't always say out loud: memory. After 60, small changes start to show. You walk into a room and forget why you came there. You search for a word, and it just doesn't come. You meet someone, and the name slips away. These moments can feel light at first, but over time, they start to worry you. And here is the truth: the brain, just like the heart, also changes with age. It needs more care now, more support, not pressure, not stress, but the right kind of fuel. This is where certain nuts can help, especially walnuts. If you look at a walnut, it even looks like a small brain. But what matters is what's inside. Walnuts carry nutrients that support brain cells. They help protect those cells from damage, and they support better communication between them. Think of your brain like a network of tiny signals, messages moving from one place to another. When these signals are strong and clear, you think better, you remember better, you respond faster. But when the system slows down, messages get delayed or lost. The right nutrients help keep this system running smoothly. Now, I am not saying that eating walnuts will suddenly fix memory problems. That is not how the body works. But what they can do is support your brain over time. They help slow down the decline. They help you hold on to your sharpness a little longer. And that matters. Because memory is not just about facts, it is about your daily life. Remembering where you kept your keys, remembering your medicines, remembering conversations with your loved ones. These are small things, but they shape your independence. When memory weakens, confidence also drops. People start to depend more on others, and that can feel frustrating. So the goal here is simple: support your brain early and keep supporting it daily. Now let's keep it practical. You do not need a lot, just 2 to 4 walnuts a day. That's enough. You can eat them in the morning, or you can add them to your snack. Some people like to soak them overnight. That can make them easier to chew and digest, especially if your teeth or stomach feel sensitive. And again, keep them plain. No sugar coating, no extra salt, just simple, natural walnuts. Let me also say this: nuts work best when they are part of a bigger habit. Good sleep, light movement, staying mentally active, talking to people, reading, thinking. All of this works together. You cannot feed the brain well and then ignore everything else. But food is a strong starting point. It is something you can control every single day. Another thing people notice when they start taking better care of their brain is improved focus. They feel a bit more clear, less foggy. Conversations feel easier. Even small tasks don't feel as confusing as before, and this builds confidence again. That is what we want. Not just a healthy brain, but a brain that helps you live with ease, with clarity, with control over your own life. So don't wait until memory becomes a big problem. Start small, stay regular. Give your brain the support it needs every single day, because keeping your mind sharp is one of the greatest forms of independence you can protect. Now let's talk about strength and energy, because this is something almost everyone feels after 60. You wake up and you don't feel as fresh as before. Simple tasks feel heavier. Climbing stairs takes more effort. Even standing for long can feel tiring. This is not just age. This is your muscles slowly getting weaker. After 60, the body starts losing muscle mass. It happens quietly, year by year. If you don't support your body, that loss becomes faster. And when muscles get weak, balance gets worse, movement slows down, and the risk of falls increases. So the goal is not to become a bodybuilder. The goal is simple: hold on to your strength, keep your body active, keep it capable. And this is where the right nuts can help, in a very practical way. Let's talk about peanuts first. Many people don't take them seriously. They think they are just a cheap snack. But peanuts are rich in protein, and protein is what your muscles need to stay strong. Without enough protein, muscles shrink faster. A small handful of peanuts daily can support your body. It gives your muscles the building blocks they need. It is simple, affordable, and easy to include in your routine. Now think about pistachios, light, easy to eat, but also helpful. They provide a mix of protein, healthy fats, and important minerals. These nutrients support muscle function and help your body stay active during the day. Together, these nuts give you something very important: steady energy, not the kind that spikes and crashes like sugary snacks, but slow, stable energy, the kind that helps you move through your day without feeling drained too quickly. And this matters more than you think. Because when energy drops, people move less. When people move less, muscles get weaker. And when muscles get weaker, energy drops even more. It becomes a cycle. You feel tired, so you rest more. But too much rest makes you even weaker. So we break this cycle with small support. Good food, like the right nuts, helps your body feel a little stronger. When you feel stronger, you move a little more. When you move more, your muscles stay active, and slowly your energy improves. Now, again, keep it simple. You don't need large amounts, just a small handful, maybe a mix of peanuts and pistachios. Once a day is enough. You can take them as a snack between meals or add them to your routine in a way that feels easy for you. But remember, how you eat them matters. Avoid heavily salted peanuts. Avoid fried versions. These can add extra salt and unhealthy fats. That can harm your heart and increase blood pressure. Stick to plain, dry roasted, or natural forms. Also, chew slowly. Give your body time to digest. After 60, digestion can be slower. Eating too fast or too much at once can cause discomfort. Now let's connect this to daily life. When your muscles feel a bit stronger, simple things become easier. Getting up from a chair, walking to the market, carrying light items, even standing for prayer or daily routines feels more stable. This is real independence. You don't need to rely on others for small tasks. You feel more in control of your body, and that feeling is very powerful. People often chase big solutions, but they ignore small daily habits that quietly build strength. A few nuts every day can be one of those habits. It will not change everything overnight, but it supports your body day by day in a steady way. And over time, that steady support helps you stay active, stay mobile, and stay confident in your own strength. Because real strength after 60 is not about lifting heavy, it is about living daily life without feeling weak. Now, let me slow you down for a moment, because this part is very important. So far, we talked about nuts that can help you. But now we need to talk about the other side, the nuts that can quietly harm you if you are not careful. Because after 60, your body does not forgive mistakes easily. Many people think nuts are healthy, so more is better. But that is not true. Some nuts, in the wrong form, can increase your risk instead of reducing it. Let's start with salted nuts. They taste good, very tempting, easy to keep eating. But the problem is the salt. Too much salt raises blood pressure, and high blood pressure puts extra strain on your heart. It also affects your kidneys. Over time, this becomes a serious risk. And the tricky part is, you don't feel it right away. It builds slowly. So if you are eating a handful of salted peanuts or almonds every day, thinking you are doing something healthy, you may actually be adding stress to your body. Now think about fried nuts. These are even more dangerous. When nuts are fried in oil, they absorb unhealthy fats. This changes their natural benefit. Instead of helping your heart, they can increase bad cholesterol. So the same nut, which could protect your heart in its natural form, can harm your heart when fried. That is why the form matters as much as the food itself. Then we have flavored nuts. You see them everywhere, coated with spices, sugar, or artificial flavors. They look attractive, but behind that taste, there is often extra salt, sugar, and additives. After 60, your body does not need extra chemicals. It needs clean, simple nutrition. Another thing people don't realize is portion size. Even healthy nuts, when eaten too much, can cause problems. Nuts are high in calories. This means if you eat large amounts daily, weight can increase without you noticing. And after 60, losing weight is not easy. Extra weight puts pressure on your joints. It makes walking harder. It increases the risk of diabetes and heart problems. So again, balance is everything. A small handful is enough, not a full bowl, not repeated servings throughout the day. Now let's talk about one more point that many people ignore: digestion. Some nuts are heavy on the stomach. If you eat too many or eat them too fast, you may feel bloating, discomfort, or heaviness. After 60, digestion slows down, so you have to be gentle with your body. Eat slowly, chew properly, give your system time to process. And if you ever feel discomfort after eating a certain nut, listen to your body. Not every food suits every person. There is no one rule for everyone. Also, if someone has certain health conditions like kidney issues, they need to be even more careful with nuts because some nuts contain minerals that may not be suitable in large amounts. So awareness is key. What I want you to understand is this: food can help you, but only when used the right way. The same food, used carelessly, can slowly harm you. So don't just follow trends. Don't eat something just because you heard it is healthy. Pay attention to how it is prepared, how much you eat, and how your body responds. Keep things simple: plain nuts, small portions, regular habit. That is where the real benefit is, because protecting your health is not just about what you add, it is also about what you avoid. Now let's bring everything together in a simple way, because knowing what to eat is one thing, but knowing how to eat it daily, that is what really makes the difference. After 60, your body likes routine. It responds well to small habits done again and again. Not big changes, not sudden diets, just simple, steady steps. So when it comes to nuts, keep it easy. Start with the amount. You do not need a lot. A small handful a day is enough. You can hold it in your palm. That's your limit, not more. Your body will get the benefit without the extra load. Now think about timing. Morning is a very good time. After you wake up, your body needs gentle energy, a few soaked almonds, maybe a couple of walnuts. This is a soft start for your system. It wakes you up slowly. It does not feel heavy. If mornings don't suit you, you can take them in the evening. As a small snack, this can stop you from reaching for unhealthy foods. It keeps you full in a clean way. You don't have to follow a strict rule, just pick a time and stay regular. Now let's talk about soaking. Many people after 60 feel that nuts are hard to chew or heavy to digest. Soaking helps here. Almonds, for example, when soaked overnight, become softer, easier on the stomach. You can peel the skin if you like and eat them slowly. Walnuts can also be soaked if you prefer. It's a small step, but it can make a big difference in comfort. But remember, not all nuts need soaking. Peanuts and pistachios are fine as they are. Just make sure they are plain and clean. Now, here is something very important. How you eat matters. Don't rush. Don't just throw them in your mouth and swallow quickly. Sit calmly. Chew slowly. Let your body process them properly. After 60, digestion needs time. When you eat slowly, your body thanks you. Also, don't mix too many types at once. Keep it simple. Maybe almonds and walnuts one day, peanuts and pistachios another time. This keeps things light and balanced. And always listen to your body. If you feel heaviness, reduce the amount. If you feel good, stay consistent. Your body will guide you if you pay attention. Now let's connect this with your overall day. Nuts are not a replacement for meals. They are support. Your main food still matters. Fresh, simple meals, good hydration, light movement, all of this works together. Think of nuts as a daily helper. Quiet, steady, always working in the background. Another point: don't skip days often. Consistency builds the benefit. If you eat nuts today and then forget for a week, you will not see much change. But if you take a small amount every day, your body slowly adjusts, slowly improves. This is how real health is built. And if you are taking medicines or you have any health condition, Just stay aware. Nuts are safe for most people, but it is always good to stay balanced and not overdo anything. Now, I want you to see the bigger picture. All these small steps, the right nuts, the right amount, the right way, they all come together to support your heart, your brain, your strength, your energy. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, just simple care, repeated daily. And when you live like this, you don't feel like you are fighting your age. You feel like you are working with your body, supporting it, respecting it. That is the real goal, because at this stage of life, health is not built on big actions. It is protected by small, consistent habits done every single day.